After all, she'd come here to battle against the four of us. It took a special sort of woman to have the ball to take on the so-called Four Horsemen. And Scarlet was the only girl in this entire world who could match us blow for fucking blow. And today, Jen and I are talking about the Four Horsemen series by Sarah Bailey, but essentially in a parody sort of way. So, as we're coming up to our 2-year anniversary, we both believe that this is the first series that we buddy read together, which is essentially the conception of this podcast.
Right.
And that was like, oh my gosh, how long ago was that? That was, when did we read this?
Oh gosh, it has been years.
Hold on, I'm on my Goodreads. When did Misty read this? 2022.
Yeah. So what,
That
3
we,
years?
I can't count. I'll take your word for that. 2,
I
3,
think
4, yeah, 3 years. So we just thought it would be kind of fun to reminisce on this series. Now, I think the fun part is going to be the summary. So I think I'm going to try and summarize it, and then you can like try and summarize it, or like we fill each other in. Do you want me to try and summarize first, or you, or a combination of both?
Oh, you can start.
Okay. So if memory serves me, the Four Horsemen, which is 4 books, they had to have a book for each horseman, is about these 4 guys that grew up with this girl, Scarlet. And I don't want to say I don't think they were hoodlums or anything like that. I think they came from really decent families, but they were just trying to, I don't know. They were doing something because they spend a lot of time in empty warehouses, and apparently something happens and Scarlet falls from one of the warehouses, and apparently she loses her memory, and so her family takes her away. But you don't figure this out until like books later. But essentially, they lose her, and I can't remember if they ever try and get her back. I think they do a couple of times, but they realize that they're not powerful enough. So that's why they become the Four Horsemen, is to try and create or accumulate this power to be able to try and get her back because she doesn't remember them. But it flips on them that Scarlet's family wants to get rid of them, so they send her to infiltrate them to sell them out, which was sort of kind of really ridiculous because being around people that you forgot, you have a tendency to start remembering. Maybe not just full memories, but like feelings. And so, like, she doesn't understand why she trusts them. And then, so to them, it's like, oh, well, we don't have to go to her. She came to us. And so they're slowly trying to corrupt her to turn her, but not really because she was already one of them. And does her family re kidnap her? And then they have to go after her and kind of start a war, maybe, or she runs away. I don't remember. And then they all end up together because it was a reverse harem, right?
Yeah, it was a reverse harem. I can't remember like what ended up being the conflict. Other than like she lost her memory, regaining the memory, like all of the baggage that the one guy was holding.
Because they brainwashed her to hate them, right?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Who? Somebody had baggage? I don't remember that. Was that the dude that
The
was always getting stoned?
I think so. Like there was the guy who like he push her off? Not on purpose. He felt responsible that she fell and had a brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember like what the circumstances were. So I don't I don't remember.
Didn't she? Did they start sleeping with her at that time or no? Because maybe that could have been it. Maybe it could have been jealousy. Or she wanted to be with one of them. Sometimes I get things blurry. We know this. She wanted to be with one of them and they
Yeah.
didn't. And maybe that's why. I almost started to reread the book just to prep for this. And I was like, no, that takes away the purpose of it being a parody episode.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact like I really don't remember. The things that I remember are not are not plot driven. Just
I
saying.
didn't they have, like, a secret room under the stairs?
Yeah? Yeah, I think so.
'Cause they live in a penthouse, so I just
Yeah, because
always imagined the
you had,
secret
like
room under the stairs.
yeah, and then, like, you had your kinky brother, your, like, stoic, you know, straight-laced brother, then you had the stoner, and assuming we had a funny one, or maybe the stoner was the funny one. I feel like you have, like, your typical, macho, don't touch me, no feelings, I don't do feelings. Then you have, like, the damaged,
Mhm.
dark one. And then you've got the one that's the fuck up, and then the one that's, like, funny.
Yeah, that sounds about right. For some reason, I can only picture 4. I can't picture f I mean, 3, I can't picture 4.
I'm struggling with the same thing, like, I can't like, I can it's so funny because I'm remembering how my brain, like, pictured the penthouse, and, like, the one
Yes.
guy had, like, this really like, clean, pristine, masculine room, and then you had, like, the kinky guy who had, like, the dark red room with, like, hooks in the ceilings, and then
I j
I I think you're right, there was a sex dungeon type room.
I just remember I'm picturing, like, the stairs and, like, the room and, like, the fireplace with the
Yes,
couch and, like, the kitchen where they eat, and, like, I'm seeing them all sitting on the couch in my head, but I can't
I know, I'm the
who
same
they
way, I can't remember
are.
them either.
Okay, so I do have them pulled up, so let's see. The 4 brothers are Prescott Ellis, so he's considered pestilence. West Greer, he's war. Francis Buford, he's famine. And Drake Ackley, he's death. And I read the blurb for the first book, and it doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah, I don't yeah, I don't know.
Let's see.
So what do you remember from the series?
Everything that I said in the summary. Although I do remember them, like, I know that she, like, leaves a couple of times because she works for them, she becomes, like, their secretary, and then they have, like, dinner, or they, like, eat a lot together, and then they give her a room to stay in their penthouse because all of their stuff's in one building, which I think is very smart. That's the best way to not get trapped by your enemies is to have everything you need in a single building, but then the catch with that is that your enemies always know where you're at,
Yep.
and that they have a camera in her room, right?
Do
Did I
they?
make did I make that up? I might be getting a different series mixed up in this in my head because 'cause they're watching her.
I don't
Or does sh
remember that at all.
okay, then I made that up, that's not
I
true.
no, I think she rooms, like, with each of them. I don't think they give her her own room. I think she, like, rooms with one of them, like, she rotates.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what I remember,
No,
like,
I
she
was trying to
spent
think if she stayed with them or not.
yeah, I'm pretty sure she stayed with them.
Okay. And something about being chained up on a chair, and they're all watching. Isn't she chained up on a chair in
I
the
thought
kink room?
she was chained to the ceiling, and,
Well,
like, he did
whatever.
a suspensory
Maybe I
scene, I
imagined
think.
the chair because I felt bad for her. Like, who knows?
Give the poor girl a chair.
Yeah, she needs I just remember I know they strap her down to a chair or a table or something in there,
Listen, that's one of the things that I do remember about this series is the bondage scenes were great.
and I remember them going to the countryside and trying to break into a house. Or that could be a different book, I don't know.
Okay, see, I was trying to remember because there was a book that had, like, similar vibes. It was a reverse harem. They went on, like, this revenge
Yes.
escapade,
I think that's the same one I'm thinking of, and that getting them mixed up. Or is this it?
I don't think so because that book had a lot of blood play in it, and I don't think this one did. Because I remember being very grossed out
You know
in
what this
there. I'm
means, right? This means that we're gonna have to go through my list, not your list, of when we became friends, what, in 2021?
like, yeah, I think so.
And then
Yeah,
look to see, because again, we're pretty sure this is the first thing that we read together.
yeah.
And, like, just
That
go
wasn't a
through, be
book
like,
club
did
though.
we buddy read or not buddy read? And then maybe we'll find it. Or maybe it was a book that we had both read and that's how we connected. And then we saw the series.
No, because I wouldn't have read.
That's true.
I wouldn't have
That's
read
true.
something like that until after I met you.
That is so true. I'm sorry, Jen. Sorry, not sorry.
It just would not have happened.
That is
I,
true. That is very true. Actually, let's see. Can I go to past reading challenges? Let's do that. That would be simple. This was 2022. So maybe I don't need to go to 2021.
yeah, I would say it's 2022. I I
Okay.
really wish I could remember.
Well, then this episode wouldn't exist if we could remember. Okay. I'm going. Unfortunately, I have almost 300 books for 2022.
That's insane. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So let's see. Did we read The Magic of Discovery together, Emerald Lakes? No, we did not. We read those
Yes,
separately.
yes, we did.
We read that
No,
together?
we read it together. Yeah. Now this it was a reread for you
Oh,
at
okay,
that
okay,
point,
okay.
but
Okay.
um, you read it when I read it.
I love Emerald Lakes.
I do too.
Yes. Okay,
I'm
yeah,
kind of
so
kicking around the idea of reading Bonds That Tie again. You know.
please read it. I've read it like 3 times this year already. I love that series. I love everything about that series. Okay. So, okay, Four Horsemen by Sarah Bailey. I see that on my list. I'm pretty sure you did not read any of that
What?
because we would have talked about that. So, Leona Page has a series. It's a really good series.
What series?
It is called, hold on, I don't know if I don't know. I hate how they have this new challenge page. It's just ridiculous. The Not Quite an Alpha series. Okay, let's go through. We did the we did Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for book club, right? But were you a part of book club at that time?
No, I read it after. I read it on my own last year, the year before last.
Okay.
And then we've talked about doing an episode on it, but we haven't actually read it together.
Okay.
And if we
So
do an episode on it, I definitely want to reread it.
agreed. I don't know if we did any other buddy read. Did we do Natalie Bennett, The Lawless Kingdom together?
No. No, I mean
Okay.
when we read the Four Horsemen, when we read that, that was actually like I don't think we had another buddy read for a while after that one.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my list and I'm like, there's no way you read any of these. And I've been through all of your story
Wait,
graphs, so I
why?
don't remember seeing any of them. I
Why did
think
you
our
say that I
go on.
why did you say that I would not have read any of those?
Because we haven't talked about them. Because trust me, I would have been like, we're talking about this. I think our next buddy read was Broken Bonds, actually, when Kayla messaged us and told us we needed to read this series.
Broken Bonds. What's that?
The Bonds That Tie series. Broken Bonds is the first
Oh,
book.
oh, the first book. Oh, Jesus Louises.
I love you, Jen.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that because not simultaneous, we all started reading that about the same time because Kayla messaged us and
Yeah.
said, you need to read this.
Yeah,
So
I
it was
remember that
kind
now.
of like a buddy read, but like not really.
Right?
And that was all of 2022. So then now I'm going to 2023.
Oh my god,
This,
I just have to say, my pothos is just beautiful.
your what?
My pothos.
That's
The
your plant,
plant that I
right?
just walked by. Yeah, the big, long plant I just walked by with. That's something
Okay.
I grew all by myself with an itty bitty leaf to start. And now
Yay!
that's the second time she's gotten that long. It's so cool. Sorry, I'm
No,
geeking
no,
out.
you're good.
Yeah,
So
when you
I
were
think,
pregnant. Oh, yeah.
I
Yes.
think, okay. So yeah, so we had a couple of more buddy reads. So our first buddy read we can confirm was the Four Horsemen, and then unofficially, officially the Bonds That Tie series,
Yeah.
and then
Ooh, we haven't done an episode on Bonds, have we? Or yeah, we did.
we did that first season, but we can do another one.
Yeah, I think if we reread it, I think we should do another one because then it'd be fresh. Fresh.
Yes, I would always love that. And then our next one after that would be Court of the Vampire Queen. Ugh.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yep.
I
And
don't understand how
then
that book gets recommended.
yeah, I don't either. Now, from going through your story graph, we have both read Games We Play, but I don't think we read it at the same time. That was something
Did
that
we
we
not?
had done on I don't think we did that as a buddy read. We would have to check to see when you read it and then when I read it.
I can look that up. Also, my story graph for this year is so behind. I went in to update it the other day. You want to guess how many books I've put on so far this month or this year?
5.
5.
It's not like I stalk you or anything.
Apparently.
Well, no, because remember a week or two ago, I went through your whole story graph to figure out what we
Oh,
had
yeah.
read.
Yeah. What
But
am
I
I
mean,
looking for?
I totally stalk you
Oh,
too.
games we play.
Games We Play by Dana Is
Yeah.
Ally. Isally. I don't know how you say that. Is Ally? Isolia? Isoli? Isoli?
Isoli. Isoli.
Isily?
I borrowed it on KU on January 8th, 2022. Now, when I read it, there's no telling. But that's when I downloaded it.
Oh, it doesn't tell you on your story graph dates?
Oh, I mean, maybe if I put the dates, but I don't normally because I. It's because I do this where I'm gonna have to enter like 60 books.
Which is why you should just go back to Goodreads.
Yeah, I probably should. Oh, it
So,
says I finished it on January 8th, 2022. I feel
okay,
like that
so
would be right. It's super, super short. And I
I read
remember
it
reading it
in
in
tw-
like a sitting.
in 2023. So yeah, we didn't read that together. Then the next one we did was it was a DNF. What is the name of the series? The Sainthood Boys of Lao High, which was a lie. We
Is that the
DNF.
one that pissed me off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I hated it. I hated it. Oh, is that with the car crash?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that was so bad.
I will say though that she has another series that's an alien
Mhm.
series and it's phenomenal and I love it.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I always like a good alien. And then we did Enthralled by Tiffany Roberts, the spider, or no, Ensnared. Sorry.
Ensnared.
Ensnared is book 1, yes.
Yeah.
We did that.
That was wild.
Yes. And then thinking oh, I forgot I read that. I don't think we read Tasting Red by Holly Roberts because I think I DNF'd that. I don't think we read that together. I think you brought it up.
No. I think you did DNF it. I like ended up. That's the one where she thinks she's adopting a wolf, and he ends up turning into a human, right? I think.
No. Is
Oh,
that? I thought that one was red.
yeah, you might be right.
This is a whole other one.
I don't know.
Then the next thing I have is the Never King series, and I know I only read that because of you.
Uh, I love that series. I really enjoyed it.
And I'm going through. Oh man, that was such a good series. I really like going through the old. Oh, The Marriage Contract by Katie Robert. Did we do that together? Probably.
Yeah, remember that was because it used to be or it used to be the marriage contract. The one that we ended up reading was Heated Rivals. It was the same. It's the same book, but she retitled them,
Okay.
and you hated it. And I enjoyed it, but it was like a light and airy mafia romance.
Did we do Promises and Pomegranates together, or did we do that separately?
No, I remember trying to read Promises and Pomegranates by myself pretty early into like getting back into reading, and I hated it.
I did too. I DNF'd it. And then I have Sophie Lark, the Saint series, Saints Duet. There are no saints, there is no devil. And then Butcher and Blackbird, then The Ritual, then Perfect Strangers, and that's podcast stuff. Okay. So yeah, that's our list of our full history of buddy reads. I don't even remember how it came about. Like, I think it was you who messaged me like, "Hey, you want to buddy read this?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's on my list." And
Yeah.
then
Yeah. And then I think you were ready to like do a book podcast. And the initial plan was just for me to like guest on a
yeah,
couple of episodes. And
cuz I really
then
go
you were
on.
like, wait, no, I want you to do this with me.
Yeah. Because it was like a good year of talking about starting a podcast cuz I didn't think I could carry it on my own.
Yeah. And now you basically do.
Whatever, I do not. The conversations are so much better with you than if it was just me here trying to say all the things and remember the summaries and pronounce the names.
Okay, that's fair. I do help in those ways.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that whole year as we kind of did the buddy reads on and off, it was like, "Oh, should it be this name? Should it be this name? I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know." And then we were voxering, and then it just came. I said something, and then you're like, "That's the title, Misty. Bones of the
Yep.
story." And I was like, "It's got to be story with an IE." Ugh, I can't believe we've been doing this for almost 2 years.
It is crazy.
And we have so many great things lined up. We just got to get them done.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
They'll come eventually when the time is right. I'm adamant about that. We know how we want to see the podcast go. We want to keep talking about great things. Although I will say, I'm happy. Little teaser for next season is we're going back to the jar. So that's exciting.
Yes. I'm
And
so
I
excited to
also
go back to
think
the jar.
I think that we should take everything that we have out and like redo it and like put 12 new books in there.
Really?
I really think that we should take everything out.
Okay. I'm game.
I'm only saying that is because we have so much in there and we're not
Yeah,
pulled
there's
to
a
draw
lot.
from it. Like that was the thing. Like we kind of got away from that cuz stupid freaking Facebook groups sending screenshots of stuff and then people saying, "Oh, this is so
Yep.
dark." And we're like, "Well, we're going to find out." And then it's like, no. No,
It's funny.
it's not. So, I think that we should pull it out and like either you pick 6 and I pick 6 or we just start naming off stuff and dropping it in till we get 12. Or maybe we don't do a full 12 because sometimes we do talking episodes. So, I'm down for either one.
I vote we do 12, and then if we get one that we end up DNFing, we have like 3 to 5 topics that we can pull from to record instead.
I like this idea, which we already have quite a list of topics.
Yeah.
Yay, I'm so excited. Okay. Shall we anything else? And we kind of went on a tangent. This is going to be a surprise episode for people. One book and then like our history and then now we're going back to the book. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the book was essentially okay cuz it kind of still stuck in our heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember enjoying the series when we read it. It was just I think since then we've read other really great things with very similar like plot
Mhm.
lines. But I mean, like you said, I mean, it's been 3 years and it's three and a half really, and it's still something that we think about. I mean, if we needed to, I would reread it. I just have other things that I would prefer to reread.
Yeah, I second that.
Like I could reread it and I would probably enjoy it again, but it would be, below other things I would want to reread. And my problem with rereading is I have so little time and there's so many things I want to read. I feel like it's a waste of time when
Mhm.
I reread. It's a problem.
I am the complete opposite when it comes to rereading. So, based on memory, we're going to try to rate Darkness.
I don't remember.
I'm going to say
It says it's a
2.
dark. Yeah, I'm good with that because I like if they're the books that have the revenge plot, like that whole scene was pretty intense, but it was one scene out of 4 books. And I might even not have the right
I think
book.
you do. I think they go to the house. Maybe.
Is that because
I don't-
I feel like I feel like Drake is the one that had the blood play, but I can't remember if there was a different Drake because I also am wondering. No, it wasn't that one. I don't know. I feel like there was another book that we've read in the last 18 months that had that scene in it.
Where they go to the house and they break in and then they have the dude in the room and they're torturing him.
Yeah, and then like at one point they have bodies in the bathtub, right? Or there's
Yes.
blood in the bathtub. I had to skip that whole
Are we
thing.
sure it
That
wasn't
was
the series?
I'm not sure. That's the problem. I don't I feel like it's this one, but I can't. And honestly, the only reason I say that is because I feel like the character that was into the blood play was Drake.
You know what? I think you're right because wasn't one of them like a really tech savvy dude? And I don't think these 3
Maybe.
guys had a tech savvy dude. I think you're right. I think it's a different book, but I don't know what we're really going to have to go through our list together.
Because I'm so like I need to know now. I need to know what book or series that happened in because they realize how poorly. Oh my goodness, excuse me. They realize how poorly she was treated, and they're like, "We're
Yes.
getting revenge on everybody." Maybe it was Scarlet.
Well, Scarlett's a brunette, right? I think the girl that we're thinking about, wasn't she blonde?
I have no idea. I'm. This needs to be called the "I have no idea" podcast episode because I.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Two for Darkness works for me, from what I remember.
You know what
Pinky,
this means now, right? That we're gonna have to reread
what?
this stupid series.
No, no. We can just go to book 4 and go to like 60% in, and we'll find that scene, and we'll be
Okay.
confirmed if it was right or not.
I'm dubbing you that homework, so when we have the wrap up, you can say whether or not it was this book. Okay. Spicy.
3.
I'm good with that. I don't remember them having sex, so I just remember her being tied down.
I remember lots of sex and pretty like
Should there be a 4 then?
because 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 he was the one, I'm pretty sure that was the guy who he hadn't touched chains in so long because he accidentally broke a previous girlfriend's arm.
Yes.
So, like that, I mean, they were kinky. There was lots of bondage.
I will let you decide the kink factor since you remember it all.
We will say, we'll say it's 3. We'll
Okay.
say 3 because it's across 4 books.
Yeah. Okay, and then overall, and we're rating the series, not the individual book. I mean, I'm gonna go with a 3
Yeah.
as a
Yeah, I'm good with the
whole.
3. Yeah. It was obviously memorable enough that we've talked about it over the years, but we're
And
both not like itching to reread it.
yeah, but also it holds a special place in our hearts because it's the first buddy read we had.
Yep.
Okay. So this was our parody episode. How well
Yep.
does each mind work after so long? I think we did
Answer,
really
not
good.
well.
Actually, no, I think we did really well compared to what I remembered, compared to what you remembered. Like we put it together, except for the ending. Like we
Yeah,
still don't know that.
that's true. That is true.
I feel like we did a good job.
Go us.
Rah rah. Okay, I ain't got nothing else.
All right, y'all. Well, have you read the Four Horsemen series by Sarah Bailey? If you have, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us if that scene was in the book, so I don't have to do some, reconnaissance. Tag us on Instagram at Bones of the Story, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us on the journey into the shadows of love, where dark romance stories come to light.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Bones of the Story as much as we did. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback means the world to us.
And to stay updated on all things dark romance, follow us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, ideas, or even your own dark romance stories with us. Drop us a line at bonesofthestory@gmail.com.
Remember, our next tantalizing episode is just around the corner, so keep your hearts open and your senses sharp.
Until then, embrace the darkness and let the stories continue to stir your deepest desires.
This is Misty
And Jenn,
signing off
from Bones of the Story.